Good afternoon, evening, or morning, Furality, wherever you may be. We are proud to present tonight the one, the only, the Banana Ninja himself, WhiskeyDing0. Woo!
Hello, Furality! Hello, thank you guys so much for having me! Listen, I know we've just started, but the weekend is young, and I am more than honored to be one of the first to say hello to your beautiful faces tonight. My name is WhiskeyDing0. I don't know if you guys know me or not. If you do, I'm sorry. If you don't, I stream on twitch.tv. I'm a content creator. I do TikToks. I've got a Twitter. I do all kinds of really dumb things on the internet. And if you're here watching this AMA, this panel, right here, right now, either you want to know a little bit about content creation or streaming, anything along those lines, or you're here to watch me crash and burn live on stage because this is the first time I've ever done anything online like this. Woo! So either way, you win. Either way, you guys are going to get something out of this. So here's hoping that I don't crash and burn live on stage, though. But yeah, seriously, on a more serious note, thank you guys so much for having me here tonight. People have been asking me a long time what exactly got me into streaming, how I got to where I am right now. I've been streaming for like 4 years at this point, doing content creation for about 4 years. And the amount of DMs that I get can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. So I thought, why not just field all of your guys' hot burning questions right here, right now. And let me just give you a quick introduction to how I started and how I kind of got into Twitch and TikTok and stuff like that. Because what I want you guys to take away from this is that literally anybody can be a content creator. Anybody can get into streaming or pursuing a passion that they love. For me personally, I started as a customer service representative at Toys R Us, having to deal with angry parents throwing AA batteries at me because we didn't have a specific toy for their kids. And I think after the third time I had a battery flung at my face, I decided I think it's time to pursue something a little bit different. So I got into a variety of odd jobs. I was a janitor at one point. I was a surgeon tech. I was a chef. I was a sous chef. I did a whole bunch of different things, but my real passion was to be an actor or get into voice acting, something similar. And I know a lot of people that watch me have similar aspirations. They want to do something that can make somebody smile. They want to do something that can, I don't know, just entertain people. That's always been my dream ever since I was a kid. And take it from me, I literally had nothing when I first started streaming. My friend Doryu, maybe some of you guys know who Doryu is. Doryu Shep, been in the fandom for a very long time. He was streaming before me and inspired me to actually just jump onto Twitch and hit that go live button. And when I started streaming, the VTubing wasn't really a thing, because a lot of you might recognize me from I get bananas thrown at me a lot, and I post those clips on Twitter and TikTok. So maybe you've seen that, or I get hit by tornadoes, or all kinds of. It's a hot mess, okay? It's a hot mess. But when I first started, that wasn't a thing. The VTubing was very new. I started off with excuse my French, a shitty webcam and a shitty microphone, and it was pretty bad. It was really bad, to be honest. And growing from that point has really given me a lot of perspective on what some of my core beliefs to grow as a content creator are now. And I've got to say, before we get into any questions or anything else, number one, you need a good microphone. You need a good microphone. And that's not, I'm not biased just because I like to talk a lot and I like the sound of my own voice. I think one of the core things about streaming and content creation is letting people hear you clearly. Because if you've ever been scrolling through the radio before, if you hear about how long does it take for you to scroll through the radio? Like when you're listening to music or a radio station, it's about 2 or 3 seconds, right? you've got that much amount of time to attract somebody's attention if you're like a streamer on Twitch. So if you got a bad mic, usually it makes people flip away really quick. So I mean that's like my top piece of advice. If there's one thing that you could take away from this tonight, have a good mic. But yeah, so about 4 years now, after I had my webcam and my microphone, VTubing started to get a little bit popular. When I was streaming back like 3 years ago, I got my first model from somebody named Caribou. I don't know if you know Caribou, very, very talented artist and 3D model maker. But I really fell in love with being able to kind of dive into my persona, be able to create content as well. I mean, here's the latest model, but just being able to, entertain as, this. It was fascinating. It was amazing. And as VTubing got more and more popular, I saw a lot more people getting into content creation. And then the questions started flooding in. Oh, what about this? How do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do that? And, well, I just have to say before we get into that, this has got to be one of the most welcoming and amazing. I mean, just even this right here, Furality, being able to see your friends online, being able to do a convention online, being able to, like, I'm looking at an audience right now of just beautiful furry faces. Excuse me, but it's this has got to be one of the most welcoming and amazing and loving communities that I've seen grow over these past few years, and it's just awesome. It's really awesome, and I just want to do a quick shout out to all the Furality leads and just everybody who's been working to make this come true for you guys. Just shout outs to them. But yeah, is there anything that you want to feel to me? That was just sorry, yeah. quick introduction. Sorry.
But yeah, it's first of all, Furality has been amazing. Like you said, the fact that we can bring this many people together from all around the world throughout the pandemic and onwards is amazing.
Yes.
The love and support within it has been amazing. But even before that, one of the basic questions that every person in the fandom gets to start off with. What got you into the fandom in the first place? And how long
what got me into the fandom? Oh my God, we're going like way back? Oh my God.
Way
okay,
back.
So we're going way back.
Passion for the furry fandom.
So when I was, I don't want to say what got me a passion for the furry fandom, but what got me into the furry fandom. So a long time ago, I was playing a lot of Team Fortress 2, and it's pretty well known that if you played Team Fortress 2, you're probably a furry now. And back then when I mean, it's true. I was playing a lot of, it's just by pure statistics. And I was playing on a competitive team way back. This was like, gosh, 8 or 9 years ago now. I feel old just talking about it. But there was an artist who happened to join my competitive team just by pure chance. Her name is Kenket. If anybody knows who Kenket is, or Blotch. Incredibly talented artist, and we were on a competitive team in Team Fortress 2, and she just said, you know what, you remind me of a dingo, because I'm from Australia. I don't have an accent, sorry everybody. But she said, you remind me of a dingo. Do you mind if I draw you? And I was like, well, okay, sure, why not? I mean, I knew what furries were. I wasn't like in the fandom, but I was like, sure, why not? She drew me, and the rest is history. I fell in love, and it was literally head first into the deep end of the pool, pretty much. I consumed all content. I got art, got a fursuit. Later on, later on, I started streaming. That was way later, but that's essentially how I got into it. I just kind of got wrangled in.
I think that, to be fair, that's how most people get wrangled in. All of them get,
I've done a little wrangling myself.
What's your animal that you would be?
Exactly. See, that's the easiest way to get somebody, if you want to get somebody interested in furries, okay, just say, what's your favorite animal?
God, you hear me first about, like, you feel old, like, grade 2 Sonic comic Archie series issue 75. That got me.
Actually, some deeper lore. Sonic is actually what got me. It was Sonic. It was Sonic. I won't lie. Sonic, Lion King. The classics. But yeah, I essentially got wrangled into the fandom. And you know what? If you're out there listening somewhere, Kenket, thank you. But yeah.
Well, another easy one to kind of break off that one. Starting off of Twitch, you've put in a lot of effort and time into grinding through this entire process, getting up to about 50,000 people on Twitch and 200,000 on TikTok, which is a lot of growth and a lot of grinding. But starting off, if you were to theoretically, if you were able to go back in time to your previous self when you first started streaming and starting this entire journey, what's some of the main advice you would have given yourself starting off?
Main advice for me, it's got to be the 3 C's. It's got to be the 3 C's. Oh, this will be really funny if I forget what the 3 C's are. But I'll just
coffee.
Yes. So just as a quick preface, the grind is, it does get a little bit daunting, but if it's something that you love, I mean, I pour all of my passion and all of my time into content. And if you guys do that, like if anybody out there, I'm assuming if you're watching this stream, if you're interested in being a streamer or wanting to do content creation, consistency, number 1. Consistency is probably the most important thing, aside from having a good microphone. Consistency is probably the most important thing. I would go back and tell myself to really lock into a schedule and not change it, because when you're like, imagine yourself like a TV show, right? And say that you're from like 4 p.m. to like 8 p.m. And people are like, oh my God, my favorite TV show. I know exactly when it's on. I know when to plan my day around it. Like if I want to catch this show, I know that they will be there at this time. And by the way, this is just how it works for me. Like there are many different ways to create content, whether or not you want to just go live whenever or, but what works for me is being on a 100% consistent time slot. Because people will always know when you're there, when to show up, when to say hello. And the other 2 C's that I would say, I remembered them, content. Content is king. Myself, I personally don't like to get muddied up in too many things aside from getting good content out for people to consume and enjoy. If anybody's ever seen my TikTok, I've had a few couple million view hit videos. My Twitter as well. I like to get funny content out daily. Every single day, I'll do at least 1 video. And by the way, I have to do a shout out to my amazing editors. This is one of my editors, by the way, Nate the Moth, one of my editors, and Rain Blue, who helps me do my TikTok editing. Really helps to get like 1 video out a day on a consistent schedule. I do noon every day on TikTok, and I'll do like noon or around noon every day on Twitter. And then for Twitch, just keep a consistent time schedule. My last C, and this is for me, I mean, personally, comedy. I try to be loud and annoying and stupid and funny as much as I possibly can, just because I think as I grew as a streamer, I grew mostly through the pandemic, because as we all know, we were all home. We didn't have anything to do. And everybody was feeling really shitty. It was a really shitty time. And I wanted to do my best to put a smile on people's faces. I wanted to do my best to kind of get people out of that really bad headspace that we were all feeling together. And my content kind of evolved to be just a show you can tune into and just turn your brain off, watch me get hit by things. People throw shit at me. I wiggle around, I dance, I shake, I dab. Like, listen, I put myself out there to be as annoying as possible to make you guys smile. And I think that's like my top three things, the three C's is consistency, comedy, and the last one that I forgot. Consistency, comedy, and then, God, what did I say? Here we go, crash and burn, baby.
Pop quiz.
Content.
That's the one. Content. Don't forget the content. This is content right now. But yeah, seriously, though, those are the things that help me the most, especially consistency. But there you go.
Sora, how about you? Do you want to feed a question?
Yeah, you know what? One of the things that I've seen some other streamers do or YouTube personalities do that tends to get them bogged down is that they'll go in and play one game, but they'll only play that one game to where they get essentially typecasted as this kind of Twitch streamer or this kind of YouTuber.
Right.
What would be your kind of advice to like shake it up and not get locked into that weird kind of holding pattern?
Well, this is actually a really good question because you can be very successful if you do that. There are a lot of streams out there, like we're talking like the League of Legends streamers, we're talking the Apex streamers, we're talking like the top categories on Twitch. There are some very, very, very popular and successful people who lock into one category and that's all that they really do. For me personally, I think that's hard for me. I'm a variety streamer. I like to do a lot of different things. Anything that catches my eye, that I think would be entertaining for people to watch. That's kind of what I stick to. But you can definitely make like one category of game work if that's what you really, really enjoy doing. If you love League of Legends, I'm sorry, you can lock yourself into a League of Legends stream and grow that way. If you really, really, really put your heart into it. The only thing I would say about that is it can get very difficult for certain streams, like especially the professional grade ones like Overwatches and, leagues, Apexes. A lot of people gravitate towards like you have to be the top of the top, Otherwise, I'm just going to go watch, the top streamers. So that's the one thing I'd say about that. Like it gets a little difficult unless you're like insanely good at like those kind of professional games. But like I said, for me, I like to do variety things that I just think would entertain people. That's what I like to do. But variety is also difficult. Don't get me wrong. You have to choose like a different game like every week. And I'd be lying if I said it was easy because sometimes I go through a lot of stress figuring out like, oh man, what am I going to stream tonight? Is this good enough? Like, will people enjoy this game? And, to that, I just say, just do it. Just try it. If it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. Like don't think it's a sinking ship if you're like, oh, I played this game tonight, nobody came out to watch, oh my god. It's not the end of the world because you've got a little wiggle room for experimentation, especially as a variety streamer. Never let that like bog down like don't let that stress you out. I let that stress me out a lot and it was a really bad time. Now I kind of just don't care. I mean, I do care, but I don't care. So I hope that answered the question.
No, it did.
I think playing off of that, someone in the chat also says and gives a good point of once a game becomes less popular, your stream is kind of in trouble too. So kind of having that safety net of different things you can branch off to is probably something that's a little bit of a peace of mind thing as well, correct?
Right. I would say to that, don't let the games define you. Now, picking games is an important thing. That is true. Like I imagine, making chess work is very difficult unless you're like a grandmaster or something, right? Or you're like a top streamer, just like playing around and being horrible and everyone's laughing at you. But don't let like games define your growth, especially when you're first getting into streaming. What people really want from you when you're first starting out. Okay, they don't care that you pick the right game or the right whatever. They want to see what you're all about. They want to see your personality, your emotion, how you play games, how you interact with people. That's the most important thing, is grow your identity first before you start being like, okay, I got to think about the metrics. I got to think about how many people followed tonight, how many people, watched this game. Because if you get yourself stuck in that rut immediately, it's going to be a very, very stressful time growing. So don't do that.
Yeah. There's actually a Twitter thread that I saw that some people were like, don't worry about, only having 12 people in your stream. That's still 12 people that are just hanging out.
I saw that. I actually saw that. Yeah. I'm gonna. Okay, it's time to get a little spicy. This is what you all came here for. Time to get a little spicy. So my opinion on that is, I feel like now, especially now, since there are so many people that want to get into content creation, especially since it's taken off so drastically in this past year, especially. It's really, really, really easy to get lost in like imposter syndrome or like, oh God, I wish I was, here. My friend is here. I'm here. It's really easy to get lost in the stress of the quote unquote like competing with people. And I would say to that, if you get stuck in that mindset right away, you're bound for failure, because there is never a plateau. And this is coming from me, from someone who was like, once I hit partner, I don't care about metrics anymore. No, there's always a plateau above where you are to shoot for. So if you start getting worried about like, I'm not doing good enough, or I'm not doing as good as this person, or this person's doing better than me, that will never stop. Even if you, let's say you're like, oh my God, I want to surpass this person to feel good. Well, now you're here, there's going to be somebody up here. And then you'll be like, oh, well, I got to do better than this person. If you even get above them, there's going to be somebody above that. It's a never ending cycle. And that's a really bad mindset to get into. And it really kind of like alienates people too. So that's some big advice that I would say is like, don't ever get stuck in that mindset. It's very bad.
Not everybody can be the Goku. Sometimes being the awesome Yamcha is just enough.
Hell yes. And then you get your own spinoff.
Exactly.
But yeah, I hope that answered that, yeah.
Of course, yeah. Going back a little bit, keeping up with the mindset of what you were talking about before, going back to the very beginning, starting off, what things did you do when you had very little viewers, when you were just starting off? How do you keep a mindset of staying entertaining while not having anyone in chat or them being very inactive? What are some tips that you could give people that are just starting out, that don't have a community yet, that are trying to build it? What are some tips that you would give them to get into that mindset?
Okay. This is a tough one. This is a tough one because there's actually a bunch of different ways that you can do this. What I did when I was just starting off is I was a little bit lucky. I was, like I said, I was inspired by Doryu to start streaming, one of my best friends, and so I already had a few people who knew who I was. Just because I played a lot of games with him. So I was lucky enough to have like 5-10 viewers kind of right off the bat when I started streaming. But I understand how difficult it can be to just go into it completely brand new. So I'll do my best to answer from my circumstances, but what I would do is I would always treat, even if the chat was, quote unquote slow or people weren't interacting as much, always treat your stream like you're hanging out with somebody, right? Like, and this is just from like my personal experience. I always like to treated my stream like somebody was next to me at all times. Like even if it was just one other person, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go do this or do that or blah blah blah. And what I really started to do when more people started joining my streams, I specifically like to talk to each individual person as best as I can. At least welcome them on into the stream. They say, hey, how's it going? How are you doing tonight? What's up? It's good to see you again. Blah blah blah. Just really kind of interact with anybody who is willing to give you their time, because when you really think about it, and I think people forget about this, and it goes back to what you said about the 12 people, even if you have 12 people watching, that's a lot of time that people are devoting to you specifically. Yeah. Like there are only 24 hours in a day, and if 12 people or 2 people, 5 people devote their time to you, that's pretty nice, right? Like, it's very sweet. And if you look at it that way, I think it kind of alleviates a little bit of the worry of like, oh my God, nobody's, Yeah. So it doesn't matter, especially when you're first starting off. You're not going to do like a week of streams and then get like 50 viewers, 70 viewers. Like be mindful of that and appreciate the people that do give you their time, and then grow from there.
Because at the end of the day, those are actual people with lives, like you said, that have full schedules that they're dedicating to be in your chat and interact with.
And like I said, just to reiterate, I personally like to talk, even if nobody was in the chat. I like to talk as if there were people there. So if somebody if somebody does come in, they're like, oh hey, this person's interactive. They're talking to me. They're playing their game. They'll be attracted to listen. Because I used to do radio in college. I ran the college radio, and you have about 2 or 3 seconds of you never want more than like 2 or 3 seconds of dead air. You don't want any dead air, at all, really. So that's why I just talk so much. For anybody watching, I haven't shut the hell up literally since we started doing this. It's just like ingrained into my brain. I have to keep talking. I have to keep saying something, engaging. My thoughts are just like just coming out at all times, because I never want to have any dead air on my stream, just in case somebody does tune in and they're new and they're like, let's just say, okay, like watch this. Here's an example. I'm just not gonna say anything. Oh my God, that's so scary. That's why I hate it. It's just so uncomfortable, right? So when somebody comes in, I always want to be like, is that scary? So I just talk
was
loud.
Not even that wasn't even 3 seconds. Like
that wasn't even 3 seconds.
That's like my biggest phobia too.
Right. So I just learned to be as loud and annoying as possible, and it kind of works. But it comes from experience. It comes from experience. But yeah. Okay, I'm ready for another.
I got one. So this one is like kind of the side part of streaming. It's your social media presence. How do you market yourself? How do you keep yourself current and bringing in new people? Because some people in the chat are saying that we did it for a long time and I never got anywhere, or like I just never got any viewers at all. But half of that could be marketing yourself as something to watch. Like how would you handle that? How would you like teach somebody to like market themselves?
Well, first of all, you have to kind of get like an idea of who you want to be. Like what sets you apart from the thousands upon thousands of other people that want to pursue this goal, right? You want to kind of craft an identity for yourself. Once you kind of understand where you want to go in that regard, you can tailor your content to that image. For me personally, to keep myself current, I unfortunately have to look at the current trending memes. Current trending things on Twitter, which may or may not all be Morbius right now. I think I've said I've morbed, or it's morbing time, more times than I would care to say for the rest of my life. But hey, you got to do it. I like to keep myself current with like what TikTok is. People give TikTok a lot of shit. TikTok's not perfect, but TikTok is really good for finding what is like trending, what's popular, what people enjoy, talking about. And especially for someone like me who just never shuts up, it's good to have kind of like some topics in mind to talk about with people, or to like make funny content based off of. So I would say keep your nose in like what's currently, popular. And some people might think like, oh, well, I mean, you're just doing whatever, everyone else does to be popular. No, you can craft your own identity while also, taking from popular culture and not losing yourself. Especially if you have some really cool, like unique ideas to like what I love doing skits. Personally, I love doing skits. A lot of people on Twitter also do like skits based off TikTok. There's a lot of really fun stuff that you can do that gets a lot of traction. And the last thing on that point, especially with social media, I would say keep it short, keep it concise. people are more likely to watch your content if it's like a bite-sized funny moment, like let's say 10 seconds max. So even like 7 seconds. Like Vine had the idea. Vine knew that people want bite-sized, like, I don't know, somebody falling over really quick, so you can just get a quick laugh out. Try to keep it concise, because people are more likely to like click on it, interact with it, as opposed to like a 3-minute, long, something that might be really good, but most people are like, I don't got time for that. Some people do, but a lot of people don't.
Treat it that way.
Exactly.
So to break up the serious questions, one little fun one.
Yeah.
And we are pulling some of the questions from the Discord as well. This one comes from Hazel.
Bring it on. I'm down. Bring it on.
Totally not biased on this one. Do you think having a yellow colored fursona makes a difference when it comes to streaming?
Really? Whoa, that's an interesting question. I've never thought about that before, actually. Well, I'm biased. I really love natural colors. I'm a big fan of just natural colors personally, but I really don't think it affects anything. I think like most of my friends are hotter than me, so I don't think being yellow affects much. I mean, I don't know. I just like it.
Like I said, totally not biased.
Okay. No. Yes, it's the secret. If you become yellow, you will get 1 million followers. Okay, there you go. Just kidding.
All right. Well,
that's a funny question. I never heard that before.
Question that I have that's kind of based off of that is, and I'm actually curious about this, is what's with the bananas? What's the story behind the bananas?
Oh my God. Okay. It's so stupid. This question is so dumb. It's really not that interesting. It's really, my hair looks like a bunch of bananas. That's it. So my chat was just like, your hair looks like a bunch of, I want to eat your hair. I want to just a whole bunch of random stupid crap. Right. And it just kind of went from there. Everyone just said I look like a banana. My tail looks like a banana. It's just one of those inside jokes, and another one of those things that your identity changes and grows over time, especially when you're a streamer or a content creator, because you interact with your community, right? And memes and like all kinds of things can like sprout from just out of nowhere. So the banana thing. Yeah. People just wanted to start throwing bananas at me. It's all a big, dumb inside joke. I promise there's no like secret like, oh my God, throw bananas at you and you get popular. No. It's a dumb inside joke. And we just ran with it.
I think that's the fun thing about Twitch, though, period, is that all emotes, all things within Twitch is basically just inside jokes that you're immortalizing.
Yeah.
Like all emotes are pretty much an inside joke from a time and place in your stream that everyone is in on, and getting people to experience that with you. So
That's why I love Twitch. That's why I love content creation, because even getting to meet other creators and learn their stories and all of their little memes and all of their nuances, it's super fun. It's really fun. If you guys don't watch Twitch, well, actually you're watching Twitch right now. I don't even need to say that. You're already watching Twitch. Good job.
You're already doing great.
Yeah, you're doing great.
And with the bananas, you could always find somebody that has like their main inside joke is like sweet potatoes, and do a collaborative stream and call it the potassium playtime or something. There you go.
Okay, yeah, you could do that. You could do that. Oh my God.
I'm going to pull a question from the Discord right now for you. This is from Saber
bring it on.
In the Discord. And he asks, or they ask rather, do you have any kind of warm-up ritual that you do to get yourself into the right headspace for streaming, to get momentum?
Okay, I'm gonna reveal a secret. Well, it's not so much a secret to the people who know me, but I'll since I talk so much, I like to do the scales. I'll do the do re mi fa sol la 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 la. Okay, I'll do that. But the main problem is I wait. God, this is gonna sound so bad. I wake up literally an hour before I'm supposed to go live, and I usually stream at 7 p.m. So I'm waking up at like either 5:30 or 6 p.m. My sleep schedule is really bad, guys. Okay, don't follow this advice ever. This is bad advice. But what I'll do is I'll wake up before the stream. I'll brew some tea. Because, everybody knows when you wake up, you've got that gravelly, like, nasty in your throat. I'll drink some tea. I pop some lozenges. Get some warm-ish water, because cold water actually doesn't really help your voice. And then I'll just do the scales until my stream goes with do re mi fa sol la ti do ba da 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 da, and then kind of just warm my voice up. And then also just have a normal sleep schedule, guys. Trust me, it's so much easier. Just a quick aside. When I was growing and I was on the grind, when I was very new to streaming, because right now streaming is my full-time job. It's just full-time content creation. But back when I was getting into it, I worked another job while I did streaming, and I would stream for 8 hours a day and also work for 9 hours at a hospital. And what I would do is, as soon as I got home at like 2:30, because work started at like 8 a.m. or like 8 or 9, I would get home, I would nap for like 2 hours. I would nap for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, stream for 8 hours, sleep for 1 or 2 hours, then go to work. And it was a very vicious cycle of only having about 4 hours of sleep a day in like 2-hour intervals. It was horrible. I don't recommend it. I'm just really bad with sleep.
A normal circadian sleep rhythm in 2022?
I was about to say, like, I don't know, I was about around like 7 a.m.
Especially everybody on VR chat. You guys need to take a nap. Holy crap. You guys are on VR chat way too much. But yeah, so...
I got another one from the Discord right now from Dewey the Red Panda, and they ask, "Hey Dingo,
right, Dewey.
What is your
Shout
favorite
out to Dewey.
streaming moment? What is your favorite streaming moment from your career, and what was it and why?"
My favorite streaming moment? Oh my god. Oh man, this is really hard.
That was memorable for you, just period throughout
what
your
was
entirety
your
of
Mark
stream.
Zuckerberg
Okay,
screaming
all
out?
right. I've got it. All right. So if you're in the know, you're in the know. I don't know if anybody out there knows who Soda Poppin is, but Soda Poppin is a fairly up there content creator. And a long time ago at a convention, I think it was 2017, I got a picture of me in fursuit. And it was posted on like a very popular, God, what was it? I can't remember the name of like the magazine, but it was me and two friends, and our fursuit picture got, I think it wasn't Vanity, but something with a V. Anyways, so Soda Poppin retweets this picture of me completely with no context, and this is like 5 years ago. Okay. Fast forward to last year, I go on Code Miko's stream, and Code Miko is an amazing content creator. She's just so talented with what she does, if anybody knows who Code Miko is. And she was doing an interview with furries, and I was lucky enough to be on her stream. And I think the greatest thing I was finally able to announce to the world, because I have been for years trying to get Soda Poppin to admit why the hell did he retweet a picture of my fursuit. And I just blasted it all over for everyone to see, like thousands of viewers. I was like, hey, Soda Poppin retweeted this. Soda Poppin's actually a furry. So I think that was probably my favorite moment from my stream career, just to put that out in front of everybody. That was really fun.
I got a good one.
Okay.
It's a bit of like a hard left turn away from like laughing a whole bunch.
Gotcha.
How are you able to handle any negative reactions, especially when someone is just starting out? Like, and this comes from Mimic Gecko on the Discord.
This one's really important to me.
Yeah, because a lot of people like just get very discouraged going into anything, and then like getting one bad comment. And it's like,
right.
How do you handle that?
So this one's actually really important to me, and I like to talk about this a lot, especially on stream. It's when we get trolls. At this point in my life, trolls do not affect me at all, like literally at all. It's the point where we make fun of the trolls when they come in, and I've seen enough comments on TikTok that would make the Pope cry. Okay, my biggest advice for anybody who and this isn't just from streaming. This can be any social media. This can be Twitter. This can be in real life. This can be whatever, especially in our community, because we have to deal with a lot of shit. Excuse my language again. Sorry. Try not to swear. For every bad person out there, for every person who is coming at you and whatever it may be that they're saying, whether it be racist, whether it be like a slur or anything, just cruelty. And for every one person who is like that, there are 10 people who are willing to lift you up and who are willing to help you and love you and be part of your journey and just raise you up. And when I started thinking about it that way, yeah, there's a lot of bad actors in the world, but there's a lot more good people. There's a lot more good than bad. And you can kind of just start to block out the negativity. You can start to think about it that way and just be like, this is one person out of a group of like, however many people I'm streaming to right now who are giving me their time, their love, and their energy. What is this one negative interaction to me? It's nothing. Who cares about this person? I'll never see them again. They'll never see me again. In fact, they're probably mad that I don't care. You know what I mean? And this has really, really helped me out through my content creation career and just in life in general. Just think about it that way. For every bad person, there's like 10 good people who want to see you succeed and who want to love you. And now I just don't really care about trolls anymore. They mean nothing to me. Yeah, so that's essentially it.
I think that's gonna actually help out a bunch of people.
That's essentially it. Oh, also, but if you want like the technicals, just bop them, just get them out of, just ban them, just bop them. It feels good. There is just a pure primal like. Oh man, it's cathartic when you bop somebody. Just get it. It's your space. You curate it how you want to. They don't have to. They like just get them out of there. Just cha. Wait, hold on. Here, check this out. Here, check. Look at this. Sha! Woo! There you go.
It would have been funny.
There you go. Yeah, it would have been. I know you're wishing for me to fall down there, but I'm too good.
Believer's got it this time. I got one from Sonic Got in the Discord right now.
Okay.
And he asks, what inspires you the most, Whiskey? Whether it be for streaming or just on life itself, or even to play off of that, who inspires you or what inspired you to get into stream?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. This is hard. This is so hard. Okay.
I almost thought that was going to be a, what inspires you the most? Ellipses, whiskey, question mark. Like, I don't know.
This is actually so hard. I take inspiration from a ton of different people. It's not a one person kind of thing. It's not a one moment kind of inspiration. I would have to say my friends, other content creators, and the people that watch me inspire me to hit the go live button every day. And this kind of ties back in with the, if anybody's watching you and giving you their time, I mean, that inspires me to keep going. Like if I've got one person watching me, they're giving up their time to me, and that inspires me to keep going. Seeing my friends do amazing content, seeing my friends do things that I've never seen before, that inspires me. Seeing people grow and seeing people achieve their goals and their dreams, that inspires me to do even better. I love seeing how we've all grown together. I mean, I never thought I would even be here doing Tell me from like 3 years ago that I'd be talking to all of these people about, doing content and stuff like this. I wouldn't have believed you. So just seeing everyone grow and how we've grown as a community, and just that's what inspires me the most, because it is just full of love. And coming from, just a few years ago when it was just brand new and growing, and seeing where it is now, it's beautiful, man. It's great. I love it. Mm-hmm. That's what inspires me the most.
It's iron sharpening iron, and surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded that will push you up to succeed with them, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's a brain thought.
Yeah, what's up?
Brain explosion. So like there's a bunch of people in the chat that are like how do we practice getting used to talking to ourselves like a flippin' crazy person. And the only thing that comes to mind is have you ever heard of the term rubber duck programming?
Yes. No, I haven't.
So
wow, okay.
Nate knows exactly me. With this. So the concept of rubber duck programming is that anytime that you run into an issue on a programming, just anything, any part of code, you're just going to be so bogged up in your own mind that you're not going to be able to figure it out on your own. So you have a duck sitting on your desk. So you're just you need to this is happening. So you basically talk to the duck like you're talking to somebody else, and it just unlocks something in your head where it's you understand because you're externalizing the frustration. So
right.
Purchase a rubber duck, stick it on your desk, and talk to it while you're playing. It feels way less weird than it sounds.
Doesn't even have to be a duck. Can be your favorite plushie. Can be a toy or anything that you've got that means a lot to you. You can. I think you can use that as well. The googly eyes on your webcam. There you go. I know some people actually do that. Yeah. Just practice, just do it. I would say that the most important thing is to just try. Just try to do it. If you get caught up in the hows and the ifs and the but I can't or you'll get stuck. You'll get stuck. Just give it a shot. Just try it. Just while you're playing some single player games, even while you're not streaming. Just be like, bah, 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 bah. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Bah, bah, bah. Oh my God, what that guy's. Oh my God, this guy is so dumb. Blah, blah. Just try it. Just try it. And trust me, it takes a while to master, and I'm not even a master. I even sometimes I'm just sitting up there. I'm like, oh my God, what do I talk about? So I'm by no means am I saying have I mastered this, but you get better. You do get better, and it does get way easier the more you try. But yeah.
So we're actually getting. I was just given the 3-minute warning. So
God! Wait, how long have we been going for?
I know. We've been going the entire stretch.
Oh God!
What time is it? I told you it was going to go by like that. So we got one more good one. Nate, find us a really good one to close out on.
Oh my God! Have we been going for an hour long? What the hell? We've been going
for an entire hour.
Okay, hold on. I got to do something fun. Hold on here. Have you guys ever seen How to Floss? Sorry. Okay, yeah, wait, do you have a question?
This is filling dead air. This is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a good question. I think that would be good to end things off of. To people that are have you as an inspiration, or many other different people as inspirations that see what you do and say that they want to do this.
Okay.
What is one thing that you would tell them to motivate them to keep going forward? What advice would you give them to pursue this? Maybe motivational advice or something.
Motivational advice. I will say that the motivational advice I would give you actually comes from a movie. And this is going to sound a little sappy, and it's going to sound a little, cliche, but if anybody here has seen Ratatouille, okay, anyone can cook, anyone can stream, okay? If you put your heart and your mind into something that you really, really want to do, and you really enjoy doing it, anybody can achieve anything. Now, will everyone be able to achieve it? No, just by pure statistics, but if you really put your mind to something and you love doing it, anybody can be a streamer, anybody can be a content creator, anybody can achieve their goals if you really, 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 really try hard enough. And hey, maybe one day you'll be the one just talking for an hour about random crap, you know what I mean? It can literally be anybody, If I can do it, here's my biggest piece of advice. If a guy who used to be a customer service rep at Toys R Us getting batteries thrown at him, cleaning toilets at a hospital, okay? If I can do it, any of you guys can do it. Seriously, it's very doable, and that's my biggest advice to you guys. Anybody can do it.
All right,
awesome.
I think that actually puts us right at the nose hair of time. Whiskey, thank you so much for coming out and visiting with us tonight. This has been an absolute joy.
Thank you. Thank all of you guys. Thank you. If you want to see what I'm all about and all of the random crap I talked about, Twitter /WhiskeyDingo, Twitch.tv/WhiskeyDingo, except the 0 or the O at the end is a 0. TikTok WhiskeyDingo, just everywhere. Just Google WhiskeyDingo, you'll find me. And I stream 5 nights a week, 7 p.m. Central. You know, if you guys want to come and check it out, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. I would totally not be upset if you didn't come.
Well, thank you again. This has been a blast.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you all for tuning in and fielding all these ridiculous and awesome questions. Hopefully it helps out everybody. And have fun at the rest of the convention.
Have a great Furality, guys. Thank you. You're the best. Mwah, I love you. Have a great night, everyone.